Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. A Muntinlupa court has issued an arrest warrant against former Bureau of Corrections Chief Gerald Bantag and Deputy Officer Ricardo Zulueta. This is in connection with the death of June Villamor, the alleged middleman in the killing of broadcaster Percy Lapid. The arrest warrant was dated April 12, 2023 and signed by the presiding judge Hener Guito of the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court Branch 206. The warrant did not recommend bail for the murder raps against Bantag and Zulueta. On March 14, the Justice Department indicted Bantag and Zulueta for 2 counts of murder over the killing of Lapid and Villamor. And Police Brigadier General Narciso Domingo was relieved as director of the PNP Drug Enforcement Group. In an official document, Domingo had been relieved of his post effective April 12 and was reassigned to the office of the PNP chief. DILG Secretary Benhur Abalos earlier called on Domingo and 9 other police officers to go on leave. This is to give way to the investigation on the alleged attempted cover-up in the series of operations that netted 6.7 billion pesos worth of shabu in October last year. We're gonna pause for a quick break, but One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're back on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Tropical Depression Amang has weakened into a low-pressure area. At 11 a.m., Pag-asa spotted the LPA over the coastal waters of Polillo Islands in Quezon Province. It is expected to track generally northwestward or west-northwest towards Polillo Islands and the northern parts of mainland Quezon. The LPA could also dissipate in the next 24 hours. The State Weather Bureau has already lifted all tropical cyclone wind signals. And the Department of Agriculture warns of a possible shortage in lowland vegetables this year. But as early as now, prices of vegetables in wet markets have increased. Shaila Francisco with the report.
Amid a tomato oversupply in Nueva Vizcaya, there could be a shortage in lowland vegetables this year. Based on the Agriculture Department's supply outlook, there is a supply deficit of more than 200,000 metric tons of lowland vegetables. These vegetables include bitter gourd, string beans, pechay Tagalog, squash, eggplant, and tomato. However, the DA said they will still need to confirm if all lowland vegetable-producing provinces are included in their outlook.
Our outlook is based on dun sa area, no, sa hectares na pinagtaniman tapos yung expected harvest. But in the past, we've also seen na meron mga ibang areas na hindi po ito nasama sa ating supply situation. Titingnan po natin by province, by municipality kung ano talaga yung kanilang expected harvest.
Prices of some lowland vegetables are already up by as much as 20 pesos per kilo. Meanwhile, highland vegetables have also increased by as much as 30 pesos. Aside from fewer deliveries, retailers say prices of vegetables are affected by high petroleum costs. However, prices could increase further due to tropical depression Amang.
Masisiraan ng mga paninda, mga tinanim nila, masisira din. Kaya lalong tataas ang gulay. Kasi minsan ito lang akala kasi ng ibang customer, pag tumaas ang gulay, masaya kami, hindi nila alam, puhulan din ang lalabas din namin.
The DA said that price increases due to weather disturbances are expected, but it is only temporary.
Affects the agri-commodities for a few days, no? Kasi ito yung mga commodity na madali rin naman itanim, and at the same time, there are other sources, every time merong problema sa isang rehiyon. If we're talking about Metro Manila, if there is a problem in Region 4A, meron tayong pwedeng kunan sa Region 3, no?
The DA is now focusing on increasing production of vegetables to prevent shortages in the coming months. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. International Criminal Court prosecutor Karim Khan rejected the arguments raised by the Philippines in its appeal against the tribunal's drug war investigation. Khan argued that the country failed to show any error in the decision of the court to roll out the probe into the anti-drug campaign by the Duterte administration back in 2016. The United States State Department has raised processing fees for some categories of non-immigrant visas. This will be effective starting May 30. The fee for business and tourist visitor visas and other non-petition-based visas like student and exchange visitor visas will increase to $185 from $160. The Transportation Department confirmed that its earlier plan to give a fare discount to commuters will not be pushing through. Instead, the agency will use the 1.2 billion peso budget to grant subsidies to some PUV drivers and operators. The DOTR said the distribution of cash assistance could start in May or June. One News Now will be back at 3 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.